I don't really see myself as a visionary, and I'm not even sure if I know what that means. It seems these days just to mean somebody who has ideas which are very much their own, and is hard to define and hard to fit into any logical system. Groeswen Halt, before I was born, had been the site of a railway halt, and the train stopped carrying passengers in 1957 and stopped carrying freight in 1965 because of the beach cuts. This is the view from my window, my bedroom window, and this is looking down to where the train once used to stop all the way to Philly. Those jeans, they were my fake punk jeans. They were very comfortable, soft denim, and I customised them in the DIY fashion, but I never ever wore them out because they were just too flared. I used to sit in my room and listen to Low. It was quite a lonely life as a child. And a young person. You had nobody to play with, nobody to hang out with when you're a teenager. So you develop your own way of looking at things. That was my first leather jacket, sort of blue style. It wasn't really leather, I don't think either. It was very, very cheap. And that's my dog, Toby, the terrier, Spider, the Labrador. This is the house I was born in. Number 3, Crossroads, Groeswen Halt. To the left, Eglwysillyn. To the right, Groeswen Village. Straight ahead, Mynydd Mayo. Just above the Taff Trail, that's where the train used to stop until 1965. I guess I shot this around about 1976. That's the garden of 2 Crossroads next door to where I was born and grew up. Recently I've talked a lot about psychogeography, hauntology, memory, and something I call autobiogeography, which for me is the true essence of psychogeography. I suppose it's the visionary essence, the specific, the particular. This is my grandfather on the lower left. He was a coal miner, hill farmer. There he is on the left again. Spent a lot of time in America, North America, in the early to late 30s. He was very fond of this film, Emperor of the North, which is a film about jumping trains. Really good film, and he was very keen on that, and it reflected his experience. And my father is the young boy on the extreme left there, and my grandfather is near the front. My grandfather moved to England. Around about the time I was born, maybe sooner, he moved to Taunton in South Somerset. So we used to go across the Severn, over the original Severn Bridge, completed in 1966, when I was 3. This is the newer Severn Bridge from 1996, now called the Prince Charles Bridge, not a name I recognise or use, as I don't recognise Charles as the Prince of Wales. It's a very Balladian space. I always find it conjures up images of the new wave science fiction, which I really love. It's this place in which time seems suspended between 1996 and 1966, that 30-year span. And I imagine that when you walk between the 2 bridges, you're somewhere stuck in that time, where everything is slowed down, and it's ambiguous. You're still in that period where the modern becomes the postmodern. There's all sorts of strange things to see there. It's very interesting. I always love visiting. I'm gradually composing in my head a story or a novel about visiting a disgraced English new wave science fiction writer who lives at Redwick, probably in one of the houses there. I haven't really decided on the details yet, but he'd be sort of a J.G. Ballard or Keith Roberts type figure. Somebody who's worked in academia and been disgraced, had novels published by Robert Hale or the like. It'll come together at some point. And ahead you see the salt marsh. The first time I walked across the salt marsh was I was alone, and it was summer and it was punishingly hot. That would have have been about 6 years ago, but it was absolutely fantastic. I love visiting it. You do feel something frozen, something impermanent and yet permanent there, as if you're outside time. And it's sort of very sparsely populated by walkers and people with dogs. Once you get beyond this point, there are no people cycling or very few walkers. So it's a very, very serene place. And you see the old Severn Bridge there in the distance. At the moment it's closed off, some work is going on, some flood prevention, climate change, which will affect us all. A big open sky lifting before you.